You'll never see VTuber drama end with crash out this humiliating. Another day, another VTuber drama. This is actual high school moment right here. Let's get it.
Hey, what's up guys, Riff here. So over the years I've covered countless examples of VTuber related drama, but I have to say over the years I've never seen a situation end quite like this, where a VTuber completely crashes out in a voice memo and also in many different replies. They have been fighting for their lives in the replies of various threads, trying to prove how good of a person they are while doing everything to prove they are the exact opposite.
Yo, I never heard of a crash out through voicemail or voice messages. Like most of the case, it was just gonna lead to a long tweet or just it's tweet longer. Yes, like a tweet longer link, and then you will see like thousands of words. But right now, like, it's a voice message. That's a first.
Now this drama actually starts from this post right here, where the VTuber Nani is simply thanking their viewers for showing up to their latest stream. While one person had a very big problem with that, another VTuber would leave not only a very long string of unhinged replies, literally picking a fight and then eventually playing the victim, as we'll see, but they also left this voice memo. I've never seen anything like this. This might be a first in the VTuber drama history I've ever covered.
That's what I said.
They left a voice note going after...
Yeah, yo, like, that's what I said. This is gonna be the first voice message drama.
Nani, basically saying that they're jealous and that this VTuber is superior to them because they make adult content, while they also try to claim that Nani is committing crimes because of the tone of her voice. It is very unhinged, ladies and gentlemen. But this is the other VTuber in the Thunderdome for today. This is the person making the voice memo and the related crash outs. Their name is Nitha, and we'll get into all of their crash outs in just a second, because I have some good news to share. Now, a few days ago, I posted my latest merch drop with Uwu Market. It was to celebrate my birthday on the 23rd. And I'm very happy to share that the only fundraiser component of this campaign, the Acid Wash t-shirt, is now fully funded with nearly a month to go on the campaign. Now, of course, I'll put a link to this campaign in the pinned comment if you guys want to check this out. I know a lot of people are really excited about this drop. I won't bore you with too many details. I'll just scroll through quickly. We have the Acid Wash t-shirt, as well as the hoodie, a hat, a mouse pad, jet tags, as well as a standee. Support on this campaign not only supports the channel in a very direct way, but also helps ensure future campaigns as well. And shout outs again to Uwu Market for being one of the most based companies you'll ever see out there. Now let's get back into the content for this video, which ironically enough begins with another situation involving some drama focusing on a VTuber by the name of Blue. This is a League streamer who's currently beefing in a
League? Oh man. Oh man, League. Of all the games you could play, it had to be League. Man.
Day conflict with a face camming League streamer, and it's gotten really toxic. What began as kind of dueling insults between the two of them has evolved into something much greater than that, where the face cammer is now accusing this VTuber of being a literal predator and promoting predator bait related content. I just want to show you a clip from this situation. I don't want to get too deep.
Yo, like, many such cases, man. Like, this needs to stop, man. Every time you're just gonna like be a VTuber, man, like there's always gonna be people out there that would the first comes in mind of when they see a VTuber, man, is always gonna be that, like, jailbait, like PDF, or just being a predator. Holy shit. Like, come on. can you think of something original? Like that's pretty much like the what is it? Like the millionth time a normie would react to a VTuber.
Deep into the situation because it truly is a mess. But I want to play the clip to give you an idea of just how messy and toxic this is.
I'm reporting that Kogma stream because he's
Holy
really
shit.
weird. Can we go report that Kogma, please, girls? Thank you. We need to go report her immediately. Wait, what do I report her?
Oh my god, man. This has gotta be like the everyday league player, by the way. This is the usual league player. Oh my god. Also, like, I won't be surprised that they would play Valorant as well.
For guys. Well, I don't know what to report her for. I'm just gonna report her for hateful conduct. It's true.
What is this cesspool?
Okay, my channel is looking a little disabled, but it's all good. Why are you being a weird bitch, and why are you an ugly ass bitch whose mom doesn't love him? I don't know, I guess there's questions of the world that will never get answered. I'm not gay. Questions of the world, don't we?
Holy frick, alright. Okay, what is going on? Why are you being... Girl, you a man with a voice changer. Alright. Oh, okay, this one. Deactivate your account. Bro. This has gotta be like the, like a normal league conversation ever.
Girl,
Normal
you're a
league
voice
conversation.
changer. I am! How could you tell?
Oh boy, color me shocked. A face cammer is accusing a VTuber of doing heinous crimes based on their model and the tone of their voice. Many such cases. But this guy, Henry here, has been crashing out on Twitter, quoting a related clip showing that, yes, both this VTuber and the face cammer have been clashing, insulting each other, trying to get their communities to report one another. It's a very toxic situation. It's a very league situation. But
another thing is, if you're gonna say you're irritated or just being mad with the all caps tweet right here, yo, this VTuber just won. She won the argument because this person right here just crashed out. Oh my gosh. Yep. This one's losing.
Henry would quote a related clip saying, "The effing baby voice and accent and telling people to die," while also making fun of people's names and disabilities and calling them the R slur. Oh, I'm irritated. Oh, and boy, this guy has been very irritated the last, I don't know, like 3 days at this point, where he would post this saying, "You're telling me this B word," went out of their way to make a character of a little child with big breasts who uses a whole baby voice to...
Bro, they didn't know what a short stack is. Bro hasn't seen a short stack.
lure sick predator men to make money off of that? Like, we think that's okay, and then tagging the VTuber saying, how do these things have a platform? Now, you might notice this guy who thinks this VTuber is promoting predator-related content has no issue reposting that same content he thinks is illegal. In fact, he would quote some art of this VTuber saying, "I'm so disgusted." If you scroll through her fan art tag, she's literally depicted as a teen, and y'all are calling me crazy for trying to report a predator. Like, these 50-year-old gooners are getting way too brave. Baby, this is not normal. We need some mental help in jail for them. So not only is this guy trying to deplatform this VTuber over the model and the voice, but he wants her in jail. Okay? And also, this language right here, I talk about this all the time. Anyone who unironically calls a stranger on the internet like baby or honey or anything like that, massive red flag, but that's a story for another day. But this guy who's so terrified of this apparently jail-worthy content has no issue saving, downloading, and then reposting that same content with a caption like baby, this is a whole child.
Yo, with this kind of behavior, and I'm just gonna say it. With this kind of behavior, I'm guessing like they are probably like same old just the rage bait tweeter that would like instead of just focusing on like their own content and they would like focus on with their community. Nah, they would just go out of their way and just be hateful, just be a hateful person because one person that made you irritated this much that will reserve all your time besides doing the things that you and your community would do. Nah, just waste that time just to harass another user on Twitter. Classic Twitter behavior. Bro needs to step off, cool down, and just go back playing League just like everybody else. Yo, at the end of the day, even though like you make so much effort trying to call out this quote unquote call out, why not just move on? The world spins. The world still rotates, and this is gonna be probably a week from now. This is gonna be a fading memory. Like, can you just shut the fuck up and just play League? You have like other things to do besides being a bitch on Twitter.
Yes, if you believe this is CP, why are you downloading it and redistributing it? By your own standards, you would be what? What exactly? You're not law enforcement. You're not anything like that. How do you explain this? It's okay for you to do it, but it's not okay for them to do it. Like, your delusions are one thing, but you genuinely believe this is illegal material that should land you in jail, and you're saving it to your computer and then reposting it to thousands of users. By your own standard, what does that make you?
But he goes, wait. Then again, though, like, if I gonna put my detective hat on, they might be a secret fan. Think about it. Like, why would they go out of their way to talk about so much about Blue, and in the meantime just downloading a lot of fan art of Blue? Think about it. I think this is a front, but behind the scenes though, yeah, they might be a fan, like a secret fan.
Even further, now going into the replies of the VTubers saying, oh, so you don't want to address your predator pictures. And then he reposts these supposed predator pictures. Do you understand how hypocritical and insane these individuals are? But let's go back to Nani. This VTuber has found herself in some controversy.
Oh my god, I remember this tweet. All right.
Because of the other VTuber we'll be talking about in just a second, but I think it's clear that Nani does not have an issue with people saying the word regard, quoting Henry and making it very clear that his outrage over the R slur is something they don't take seriously. Now, things would be very different when you look at the responses from Nitha, who has a very different perspective, to say the least, on the situation, quoting a related post saying, hey, so when are we going to stop platforming pieces of crap like this? Slinging slurs while simultaneously using a fake baby voice is actually enraging, by the way.
What? Yo, Nitha, whoever you are, I wish you could see the entirety of the VTuber scene. I kid you not. This is the defaultest settings for VTubers. Like, high-pitched voice, cutesy model, and with the sometimes they bring out the gremlin energy, or being a baby energy. I don't know. Sometimes like it can be like either way. That's the majority of the VTuber sphere. And you're telling me that you are like you found it, this is your first time finding out about this. Yo, if you think you're gonna stop platforming this type of like the default setting of VTubers, that's the majority of the sphere. And also, like, this is not 2016, where if you're gonna say the R word, like, you will just straight up getting canceled. No, this is 2026. This is 10 years later. Like, most of these things, even with the respect of, I don't know, like which platform they're streaming, probably on Twitch, but even like saying the R slur, but as long as it is not targeted to a person, it's gonna be okay. Like, it's gonna let it slide. Like, Dan Clancy will let it slide because he has other things to worry about. But then again, though, like, it is like right now it's pretty much normalized. Like, nobody even cares about if you say like the R slur or probably other slurs, because at this point everything is so watered down with all the buzzwords, with all the slurs. At this point, saying it doesn't have any weight in it. That's the reality right now. So if you think like, if your mindset is back in 2016 Twitter, man, I got news for you. Welcome to the future.
First point, how do you know they're faking their voice? People say that all the time. They're like, oh, this VTuber is putting on a voice. How do you know that? Like, what is your proof that they're faking their voice? The voice of consent, ladies and gentlemen. But clearly they want people deplatformed over this subject. And of course, the comments are not really going the way they expected, as you can see. And then people pulling out the shoe on head meme. To be expected, because the other VTuber we're talking about here makes adult content. And then someone makes a reply saying a self-admitted lewd tuber is trying to pretend she has the moral high ground. Hilarious. And Nitha says, sure do. I do more for animals in the planet in a week than you'll do your entire life. You're just another soulless crap lord. Hope that helps. So this person is being made fun of for being a LewTuber, and their response is, I do more for animals in the planet than you'll ever do in your life.
Bro, that sounds like, wait, what is this? It kind of reminds me of someone. Oh yeah, it reminds me of Amaranth. Don't ask me why I know, but from my knowledge, you know, she reminds me of Amaranth, but minus with that attitude. Holy shit.
Interesting. It's weird how this person can assume that someone is putting on a voice, but we have to assume that they're telling the truth when they do more for animals and the planet in a week than other users will do in their entire life. Very interesting stuff. But we see another reply saying, I don't know this person, nor do I care about the content they make, but crying and moaning and asking to deplatform someone because they said something you don't like is peak mental retardation. Don't watch them if you don't like them. And Nitha says, bad people don't deserve platforms. It's really that simple. So by their standard, and a standard I've seen across all of these activist VTubers, is that if you're a bad person, you don't deserve a platform. And by bad person, It means someone who has a different thought process, different political views, or says things that make them upset. Many such cases.
You know what? Like, I'm gonna agree to her to one thing though. Like, bad people. The bad people that I will think is the nuisance streamers. If you know about the nuisance streamers, like, they will just go around in public and actually harass people on the streets. Yes, those types of people, they don't deserve to have a platform if they gonna keep harassing people. Yeah, those type of people. But for the rest, it's pretty much a case by case, where if they are going too far with their messaging, or they at the point where they're gonna throw some threats or anything that could cause discomfort or bodily harm to someone else, yeah, that is pretty bad. But when it comes to expressing different opinions, political takes, or any other commentary that might be bad for some people, or might be deemed I don't know, like be like sensitive to other people, like if you don't like what they're saying, you can just, turn off their streams, go watch someone else. If you don't have someone else to watch, might as well turn off your device and do some actual stuff, like doing chores or doing other hobbies, or better yet, go get a job.
But you can see this is the post that would really spark the drama, where Nani very aggressively thanked her community for showing up to her latest stream. I know. She was basically asking for this reply right here, where Nitha would say, "Have you ever thought about shutting the F up?" And then Nani would reply saying LOL, showing hidden replies that Nitha was very triggered by, obviously, which is very interesting because this post, as we just saw, she replied to it. So she replied, didn't like the fact that they were ratioing her, so then she hid the reply. Cowardly stuff. But Nitha would reply saying, yeah, you're hidden. You're talking to a different person, but anyways. I don't need a pick-me and her army of incels on my post. You want to talk your crap on Discord? I'd be happy to chat on voice, sis.
Oh, fuck. Catfight.
The TikTokification of how these people speak is very interesting. But of course, they're using the insult pick-me, right? They're saying...
like, to be honest, when some ladies would say the pick-me slur, I guess it's a slur, because it is a bad word for other women, I guess, but holy shit, man, at this point, like, pick me, I don't know, like, even though, like, I don't get the word itself, the meaning I get, but saying in a bad way, like, what, like, whoa, like, okay, so you're saying that just because you want other people to pick you instead of me. What is this, attention seeking much? What?
Pick me, and then saying that Nani has an army of incels. I hate to break this to you, sis, but those incels you're making fun of and the fact that you're calling other people pick-me's, you need those incels because you make adult content. Who do you think is buying your content?
Bro.
Like, the lack of self-awareness is astounding, but we see this all the time from people who make this sort of adult content. They hate the customer base that they are pandering to, but no.
Oh my god. It reminds me with other like mean girls type women, like they would like say some misandrous things to men, but then again though, her entire, mostly her community base and also her customer base when it comes to adult content is mostly men. What is this? Some sort of kink that I don't understand within the community, where they will just get off just saying the most bad things to men. Bro, this is some sort of humiliation kink that, sometimes I don't understand. Or probably the term pay pigs. They sometimes they want to get humiliated, or just get cussed out or something. Bro, holy shit.
Ani would reply saying schmore with a screenshot of this VTuber's list of 18 plus platforms, including...
No, freaking Soundgasm, man. Even Cornhub, RP Play. Oh, VR chat. Yo, they are spreading out. Holy.
The Hub. Now, for
The
those who don't
Hub.
know, there was such an influx. There was such a high level of illegal content, including content featuring children, abuse material.
What?
That the Hub a few years ago had to wipe out 95% of their content because there was so much of it. They didn't know what to do other than to basically nuke their entire platform.
Yo, I know
Okay?
this. I got some ancient ball knowledge about this because I'm a visitor. Anyway, yeah, like the sometimes a lot of people on the Hub, they pretty much love like barely 18 content. Yep, like it was the trending genre of the Hub is the barely 18, and sometimes like most of the times like they're just faking like they're 18, and yeah, like they're pretty much, oh yeah, you know what I mean, right? And then like a lot of investigations come in, and that's when like the Hub decides to nuke its content, as Rev says, like 95%. Like back then it was a lot. It was a lot. Like I'm not saying like I enjoy those content. Like I never even watch those types of things because it's not my cup of tea. It's not really not my niche. But yeah, like it was a lot back then. Like I have to like scroll. Yeah, I have to scroll a lot of pages.
And somehow, this Nitha person is still there. Which is a whole nother conversation, but something to point out. Nitha would respond to that saying, I can hear your weight in your voice. Whoa!
What?
That sounds a little fat-phobic. I thought this was the progressive person, ladies and gentlemen. And now they're fat-shaming someone for their perceived weight based on their voice. Not only will they'll call you a predator if your voice is too high, but they'll also claim you're fat. Very interesting stuff.
Jesus.
But they continue on saying, I think your followers, if they knew your size, would leave you because they're all terrible people just like you. Yeah, one thing about good people is that they never have to tell you how good of a person they are. And when you're constantly saying everyone who's mad at me is a terrible person, it seems a bit insecure, to say the least. And Nani would say this.
Much.
The Schmore continues its rambling, not remembering it's only good for opening its legs and not for its mouth. And then Nitha says, pick me, and no other rebuttals. I'm shocked. Pick me is such a lazy and tired insult that people use when they have no other like real criticism to ever launch. But
yeah, at this point, man, like if your opponent doesn't have any good comebacks or good like facts to throw at you again, like they were just gonna like the ultimate ult for they can do is ad hominem. If you don't know what's ad hominem, is pretty much attacking your character instead of counterpointing your statements. But then again though, like, all right, here like let's do a little bit of analysis here. So not really good for the opening. Holy shit, man. All right, I don't think like this is a good rebuttal, but then again though, like, oh my god, this is an actual good comeback. Holy shit. But then it all falls down here.
People use when they have no other like real criticism to ever launch. But Nani would add on saying, here's my weight, by the way. You're actually regarded. No wonder you have to make adult content. Get lost. And
oh my god. But by the way, hold on. I'm sorry I keep like pausing a bit. No way. If I squint, like the character model or the VTuber model is slow. It's pretty much close. I swear to God, it's close to VTuber model of Miniko Mew. I guess like they had the same V artists, but yeah, like it's so similar to Miniko Mew.
You have to make adult content, get lost. And Nitha says, "You seem to have a lot to say though, sis. I saw you didn't respond to my offer, so let me try again. How about running your mouth over VC since you have a lot to say?" I don't think people want to talk to you. That's really it. I don't think people want to put in the effort to talk to you on another platform because they're seeing what you're saying on this platform and it's that bad and that pathetic that they don't want to put in the extra effort to come into your Discord and talk there. But anyways, Nani says, "Why the F would I talk to a prostitute? LOL. I think I'm going to have to pass, and no, I won't sub to your OF. Sorry." And Nitha says, "That's what I thought. You're pussing out. As expected. Keep hiding behind that keyboard and your army of incels." Sis, you're a VTuber. Talking about hiding behind a keyboard. That's what people say about like VTubers and like Anons online.
Holy fuck.
Friendly fire, I guess. But Nani says, "Didn't you hide my effing reply off your post? Are you genuinely regarded? Like, serious question, are you mentally inept?"
Whoa.
And Nitha says, "Removing your ability to get attention from my posts is now cowardly, babe." I'm telling you.
Oh my god.
The way these people speak is a massive red flag. They all do the same thing. They all speak like this. But anyways, you are afraid to talk to me with your voice. That is most definitely a cowardly move. You thought you ate. Oh, TikTok language too. My goodness.
Yeah,
and then Nani
it's
says,
brain rot. Holy shit.
"I don't need attention from your post. You hid it because you didn't want any more negative attention on it. That was 99% of every comment on it, so you were the one hiding it. It's really not hard to grasp if you have an IQ above room temperature. Unfortunately, you don't. Reminder, you make adult content." And you can see this part right here kind of looming cryptically. Very threatening aura right here. Where Nitha would do a voice memo response
Crash
that
out.
we're going to
45
listen to right now.
seconds.
Now I know some slur slinging. Pick me is not on a moral high ground pretending to be better than me because I'm an adult and I do not say for work content. Honey, you say slurs. You're racist, you're homophobic, you say
Bro, she sounds like a 1970s waitress. You know, like you get what I mean. 1970s waitress that would in a local diner that would, you know, like they'll ask for your order, the usual bacon and pancakes. I'll be right there, honey.
derogatory slurs for attention with a lolly model to be pedo bait. Honey, there is no comparison. You've lost. And all of these chronically online edgelord incels are going to come white knight you when they see these posts. But just remember one thing. You know who your target audience is. You got them already. We both know what you're doing.
Talking like this in your voice so people watch me and find me interesting, retard.
Really, you got a hell of a personality there. I'm really impressed.
Have to say, in all my years of covering drama, I've never been stun-locked like this. This is like some evil villain monologue where this person is basically saying they have won the situation. They have declared victory for themselves while totally crashing out and making an absolute fool out of themselves.
Another thing. All right, I'll just stop pausing from here on out. Like, if your opponent is making so much effort just to one-up you, like that goal here is to enrage each other or enrage the person with less effort as possible. What Naida did is put in a lot of effort, especially recording a 45 seconds of her crash out. That right there is a losing opponent right there. Great form for, I don't know, I forgot her name, but Naida, yeah, this is an L move right here.
All this began, by the way, with a post about a stream, right? And this person provided this absolute gem. You can see Nani quoting and saying, "What the F is this? This has to be one of the weirdest effing replies I've ever gotten on Twitter. I'm crying." Like I said earlier, I've covered a lot of drama. I've never seen someone leave a voice memo in response. You know they are absolutely seething if they go to lengths like that. But of course, there's another discussion to be raised here because we're talking about the tone of someone's voice. If your voice is too high, you must be faking it, and therefore you're some sort of a terrible, awful person. And in one of the previous threads, you can see someone saying Lily Pichu has a high voice, and no one is saying that stuff to her. Blue is literally a VTuber, predator baiter, go argue with a wall. And Nani says, in quotes, literally a VTuber, end quote, so effing what? That's the thing, right? So I guess in the minds of these woke people, if they hear a high-pitched voice, it's fine until it has a VTuber model. Then it's something to accuse them of literal crimes over. It's absolutely insane.
Like it's absolutely everywhere. The height of consent, the voice of consent, the VTuber model of consent. Like all these requirements, man. Like this pretty much like what the reason of VTubing is. Like you can be whatever you want, whoever you want, as long as as long as it's all adult related. Like if the person behind the VTuber model is an adult, and you know, like no sussy things going on stream and behind the scenes as well, then yeah, like they can do what the fuck they will do whatever they want, despite like different types of content, but they make sure it's actually 18 plus though. But that doesn't mean like you have the right to dictate what the character sounds like, what the character looks like, what the character height is, bro. Like if you don't like everything on the VTuber, you can just, you know, turn it off or just go watch another streamer. Like if this is not your content, just don't watch it. You're not the target audience right here.
And I think the irony here is that Nitha follows Lily Pichu, which again, she is someone with a high-pitched voice, and she's been accused of predator baiting, but now all of these people are okay with her, and she's done nothing wrong, by the way, but they're okay with her, but now they're canceling someone like Nani or Blue, claiming that they're predator baiting because they have a high-pitched voice, plus VTuber model. That's really all they got. And as you can see from this post from Nani, they say, "I never know what to put in my Twitter bio. Thanks, weird Twitter people," where you can see Nitha saying, "You cater to bigot, racist, homophobes." And another person saying, "Literally a VTuber."
What the fuck?
Bio
All right. Yeah, this one is, you know, is bad enough, but holy shit. Well, who the fuck thinks that literally VTuber is a bad thing? What the fuck? Is literally a VTuber. No shit, Sherlock. What
has
the
been
fuck?
adjusted. Very based, ladies and gentlemen. But Nitha was not done. The crash out has not ceased. So they have continued.
No.
Where one user says, "You're instigating fights," and they respond by saying, "Nope, I defended myself," by showing this screenshot, which makes no sense when you look at the chronological order of events here, where they made this reply to a post talking about people showing up to Nani's stream. Then you can see another user saying, "Pick me an incel are the most regarded insults from Fansly girls. Your whole business model is getting incels to pick you to spend their money on." And Nitha says, "Incels don't spend money on Fansly girls. Incels are women-hating, perpetual virgin edgelords that hate women because women won't let them touch them and type angsty paragraphs and slurs from their parents' basement. My guy, look in the mirror. You are the definition."
Bro, She doesn't know her own demographics. Oh my gosh. Like, here's the thing. If you think that incels like don't spend on money on fantasy girls, man, she doesn't know none. She doesn't know shit. Yo, even like the closeted incels, yo, like they will think less and spend more on on Fansly or on OF. No kidding. Like it is real. Like, are you kidding me? Like this, like especially for other VTubers with mean girl aura or mean girl personalities. Like they do it 24/7 and their entire demographics are men that are pretending to be incels. Like they pretty much incels on the internet, but in real life they're pretty much like same old Joe Schmoes that would like that will just spend a subscription of your Fansly or OnlyFans. Like it's just how it is. Like, are you kidding me?
I've never seen cope like this. Incels don't spend money on adult platforms. Nitha, that is your fan base. That is your livelihood. Is
True.
appealing to people who are paying you to see your body or your content because they can't get it otherwise. You are insulting your own customer base. How do you not realize this? It's actually
Holy fuck.
insane. But they would double down, saying, Happy Monday. Now, they had other tweets. I didn't screenshot them. They deleted all of them. They were still crashing out. But they left this one up. And, of course, people are saying, are you actually doing digital blackface? That was a real thing, by the way. Posting GIFs of black women is apparently doing digital blackface. That was a whole thing. But
Wait a
Nitha is
second.
woke, so that's their
Alright.
standard. But they reply saying, Kick rocks, incel bigot. One look at your profile told me exactly what I needed to know.
Yo, holy shit. Like the way that she speaks. Yo, like this is similar how Casey Tron would tweet out. Holy fuck, this is the VTuber version of Casey Tron. Yo, we got Casey Tron VTuber edition.
You. Amazing stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Reminder, it all began with this. There were some side quests, but ultimately a post thanking their community for showing up to their stream led to one of the most epic crash outs I've seen in a minute. But that's going to do it for this video. If you enjoyed, please consider giving the video a like, consider subscribing and turning on notifications
Yeah, I'll like
for
this.
daily uploads as well as multiple streams every week live here on YouTube. But overall, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.
Yeah, great video by Rev. Yo, like this types of VTuber drama, it's pretty much a typical Tuesday morning. Or yeah, a typical Tuesday morning in the office. But then again though, like it is still content because how far they would go until they will reach like the pinnacle of cope and seething. Like with Nitha, where at the point where she doesn't have any like good rebuttals or just plain out just seething, she would go out of her way just to post a 45-second video. If her opponent did so much effort just to quote unquote defend themselves and going to the distance and post a video, yo, you definitely know who is the loser. Holy fuck. But then again, like this is actual entertaining. I mean, it is what it is in the VTuber sphere, where it is basically high school drama. Yes, peak high school drama shit.